Jac, how are you checking in?
No, I'm good, thank you. Thanks, Yanni, for inviting us.
Yeah.
It's awesome to be here.
No, nice. Thank you for coming through. I've been waiting for this one for quite some time.
I hope I'm not going to disappoint you.
No, I don't think you will. I really think this is going to be a good one.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
How has the day been for you? Hectic?
Rough, hot.
As always.
Yeah, so as always. I started this morning in Sebokeng without electricity, but
Ooh.
we got through it. At least we're prepared there. We know that we must bring our backups, so it's fine. At least we could get a day's work in.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's great. It's a challenge that we still grapple with, especially in the township, the electricity issue. So get a backup.
No, we're off the grid there if we need to be. So.
Yeah, no, definitely. You are popular, or you have built a reputation as a legal professional and as a community leader. For someone who doesn't know who Jac is, how would you describe yourself?
Yeah, that's the single most difficult question you could ask me. Look, I like talking about things, but I hate talking about myself.
We're going to try and force you to talk about yourself today.
I'm going to be forced to do that today. So to give you some background, is I started off as an attorney, practiced in Vereniging.
Okay.
Then decided it's time to go on my own and start my own practice. So that we started 12 years back. My child was 6 months old when I made that move. So
okay.
I'm still trying to figure out if I was brave or stupid at that stage. But
you must have been brave.
Yeah, no, it worked out well. So we started off with a bang, with a lot of clients from the old firm coming with.
Okay.
But then you get to a point where you need to start generating business. For us as lawyers, I think that's the biggest challenge, is we need to constantly generate business.
Yeah.
Accountants have the advantage of having clients that make use of their services every month. We as lawyers, we don't have that advantage. We don't have people that have estates every month, or that buy property every month, or that murder someone every month, or divorce every month. So you need to generate business full time. Yeah. And that became a challenge for me. So how do we generate business? So I came to a point where I had to reinvent myself and say, it's time to change your whole approach to business, and become a marketing specialist. Market yourself, market your brand.
Yeah.
So I initially then started looking for opportunities in the network space. I was invited to BNI, which is an international networking organization.
Yeah.
They wanted to start a new branch in the Three Rivers area. I was elected to head of that branch and to see that we can get it off the ground. And yeah, we managed to get that done.
Okay.
That branch did very well. I was president there for 2 years, then part of the top leadership until I left.
What year was this when you started it?
This was about 7 years ago.
Okay, just before COVID.
Yeah, just before COVID. So then we went through COVID, and obviously COVID had its effect on a lot of things. A lot of our businesses that was part of BNI unfortunately didn't make it through COVID. And after COVID, I think the whole way that people approach business changed. People realize that there's other ways. You don't have to do face-to-face anymore. There's more creative ways of doing that. But what we've seen in the Vaal especially is that people were still looking for that face-to-face contact. Even during COVID, we saw that people were like, we need to network face-to-face. We can't do this. We had Zoom meetings and we tried it online. It simply didn't work.
It wasn't working.
Some of the other chapters, especially the city-bound chapters in Sandton and Pretoria, they loved the online meetings because they didn't have to travel through traffic and get stuck in traffic. We don't have traffic.
Yeah.
So for us, it was a matter of people wanted to sit face-to-face.
Okay.
So, yeah, eventually we got back to face-to-face when the restrictions lifted, and the chapter did well. And yeah, about 2 years ago, when I was presented with the opportunity to come and help and relaunch the Midvaal Chamber of Commerce, that's where I realized, listen, I'm in too deep now. I can't do both. I'm going to have to decide.
Okay.
So that's when I decided to leave BNI and focus on the Chamber of Commerce.
Okay. So now you're currently leading the chamber,
Yes.
and you also run your business.
Yes.
Because I'm just trying to think, what else is it that we don't know about you that you're doing that we should be
there's
knowing?
a lot. Listen, I'm trying to raise 3 boys, trying to keep my wife happy, which luckily so far it seems like I'm doing that.
You're doing well.
And then like I said, we were also approached to form part of the Sebokeng DDM, which is a committee on the district development model. So we work on the one plan, and that is to assist the municipalities in the Sebokeng region. So that is Lesedi, Mfuleni, and Midvaal municipalities. So I'm the chair of the infrastructure committee there to see how we can help with infrastructure issues. So this has been quite a tedious process, to be very honest with you. We've had not many success stories as yet. Still trying to fight a lot with just all the red tape that comes with government. So they initially sent us through terms of reference on which we were supposed to work, which was completely inadequate, it was referred back to them to redraft, back to us, back to them, and it's been a back and forth. So we've not actually signed the terms of reference with them as yet. At the moment, we are still trying to find out how they want to structure this and what the powers of these committees will be, because it's all business people that's offering up their time voluntarily. There's no compensation for that. Just trying to effect change.
Yes. For someone who doesn't know the DDM, you said, what is that abbreviated?
So that stands for the district development model. So for the district, there's a one plan that was issued that basically say what they're earmarking for development in the region. And we then, as the infrastructure committee, needs to see what can be done to uplift the infrastructure in order to make way for these development that's coming. So they were looking at private-public participation to see private sphere and public sphere taking hands and saying, how can we do this together? But like I said, it's been quite a process. We have a lot of people that's completely just said, we're fed up. We can't do this anymore. It's been back and forth, and we can't show any fruit up for this. So that's my frustration. Is look, what we say to them is, understand you guys want to have meeting after meeting after meeting. You get paid to be here. We as private people don't get paid to be here. We're taking time away from our businesses to be here. So we need to see something happening.
And this is also a new structure. So what I'm trying to get to is, essentially you are an initiator. Because BNI was not there, and they requested you to come and launch it. And then the Chamber of Commerce, the Midvaal, was not functional, or it was not in existence. I'm not sure what the
Look, we completely relaunched it. There was a Chamber of Commerce. Unfortunately, that fell flat due to politics, internal politics. And I think it wasn't just the right leadership at that stage. So it completely fell flat, and they approached us and said, please, can you get a Chamber of Commerce going again? We're sitting with a brilliant municipality that is trying to get investment in, but we do not have a Chamber of Commerce, so that's an issue. We'll come to the Chamber of Commerce and talk about that, because I also have a lot of interest in that. Let's go back to you and your journey, as an attorney. So the first practice that you set up was in Three Rivers, specifically. And then at some point you decided to take a bold move to go to Sebokeng. And and I really need to commend you for that, because I mean, it's not a lot of white-owned businesses that decide strategically we're gonna go into a township. Why was that decision made? I mean, how did you get to that? I can't really take the credit for it for myself. So what happened is, we had the Three Rivers practice. Initially started it from home, and then it just grew to the point that I had to rent office space. So a friend of mine said, we need to get you out of your house. You're working through the night because you don't have office hours. So let's get you out of the house. So
the office and the bedroom are too close together.
So if you don't sleep, you just walk over to the office. So we started the office that side, and then we saw, but there's an issue. Some of the clients from Sebokeng sometimes need to take 3 taxis just to get to the office. So I spent a lot of time waiting for people that was battling with public transport to get to the office. So one of my friends who had an office building in Sebokeng came to me and said, listen, why don't we try opening an office for you in Sebokeng? And initially I was quite skeptical about it. I didn't think it's really going to work simply because of the whole demographic of a white person opening a business in the township. I couldn't see that working. And then me and my wife had the discussion and we decided, you know what, maybe this is exactly what we need to do. Let's take the chance. Let's do it for 3 months, see if it works. And then we take it from there. Okay. So opened the office there. And then I was invited to Casipreneurs. So unfortunately, that's another organization that didn't survive COVID. So because I had a township business, I was invited to become part of Casipreneurs. So that was still headed by John Dlamini at that stage. Okay. So it was a Saturday event. And I really didn't feel like going. And my wife reminded me of my own words that say, dress up and show up. So she said, put on your suit and go. So that was a very decisive moment. So walked in there, and that's where I met Mutseki Maboya that just acquired OPFM at that stage. Okay. And then he asked me to start a legal talk show on OPFM. And that just opened the floodgates at the Sebokeng office. So we piloted the program to say we wanted to do free wills for 3 months and see if there's uptake from the community. Okay. And it's been a journey. It's been doing well. Yeah. So the free wills, we saw there was such a need for it that we stick with it. We're still doing that every Monday and Wednesday. Still doing the free wills in our 6-7 years that we've been there, we've drafted probably over 2,000 wills in that office. And, for free, most for free, all of them free. All of them. Yeah, not one person has paid for the will. Nice. And we saw, there's a definite need for this. And it was nice to see that the street community, when I opened the office and I was busy offloading my furniture, all of a sudden I've got the street committee around me and I'm like, what's going on now? I don't know this township township style of doing things. And they were like, what are you doing? And I'm going to open a legal firm there. And they're like, well, welcome. We are so glad you're going to do that. We need the service. And the community has really been very good to us there. Okay. I must be honest, with the last few times that they've felt that they were going to close roads, they actually came to me and said, we're going to close the road soon, so please pack up and go. Which is that's nice. Which is brilliant to see that we've just received that open arms from the community there as well. And that is not a popular perception. I mean, people don't always think that the community is there to also protect you. We sometimes think communities are there to destroy and vandalize. I mean, I know when we had Itumeleng from Shape Cafe, he also mentioned that during COVID, the community actually protected his assets. Yes. So, and we really need to celebrate that. Yeah. How did your peers receive that? I mean, the guys that you're talking to, that you're in the same space, say, guys, I'm going to I'm going to open in Sebokeng. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I had friends that was very concerned about my general health and safety. They were like, "What are you doing?" But yeah, I think it was just such a shock to everyone to see, well, this is something completely out of the box. I obviously didn't shout it from the mountaintops because I still first wanted to see if this is going to work or not. Yeah. But yeah, it's been I think one of the best moves I've made in my career ever, and it's the most job satisfaction that I've ever had. Is by helping the community there. Yeah. That 6 hours a week that we do pro bono there is just where we see people being helped, people that has been battling with a legal question for 15 years that never knew if they have a case or had a case, just to give them that closure, because many times they come there and claims have prescribed and there's nothing we can do to help them anymore, but at least we can give them that sense of closure to say, listen, sorry, it's done now. You have to close this chapter in your life. There's no way for you to go on. Yeah. For someone who is running also a business in a suburb, what do you think the impact would be if more businesses were to strategically
have the same approach that you had? I mean, in as far as inclusivity is concerned, transformation is concerned.
Look, I always say that the only way that we as South Africa are ever going to see change is by integration and getting to a point where we physically take hands and walk the road together. So there is so much potential in the townships if people would just like to start to see that. And I'm speaking about the people in the townships. If they can see the potential that lies within the township, it's always sad for me to hear that people that grew up in the townships can't wait to get out of there. They feel like the moment I'm out, then my life is made.
As soon as I get a job, as soon as I get some nice money, I'm out of this place.
And I've had how many people that come from the township that say to me they're not going to come to my office in Sebokeng because they're not coming back into the township. Even though they grew up there, they don't want to meet me at my Sebokeng office. They would rather meet me at the Three Rivers office, which is it's sad to see, but understandable in some instances. You know that some people do not have good experiences about the township, but I think that is something that we need to change. I was recently invited to come and speak on a township economics day in Sewage, where they specifically focused on township economics and why is it that the Spaza shops are struggling and it's being dominated by foreigners. And the main thing is we can't get township businesses to get together. We can't get them to work together. We've tried how many times to just get a networking group going within the township areas, and there's absolutely no interest in that. People would come to a Chamber of Commerce in a suburban area, but they won't come to a similar initiative within the townships. And that is the issue. We need to understand that in order for us to all go forward, we need to move together.
Need each other, true, so true. I think, I mean, that same perception, I know it has stretched to say, if you get a chance, leave the Vaal. Which is very for me it's very bizarre because I do spend quite some time in Joburg, and I honestly don't think there's much to go there for. I mean, there's a lot that we can do here that we need to prioritize, but it's just that sometimes maybe the grass always looks greener on the other side.
It does.
Until you get to the other side, then you realize things are not as gloomy, as green as they.
I had a friend that always said that the grass looks greener on the other side until you get there, then you realize it's because of a sewage bill. So from a distance perspective, obviously things always look better. And I saw this trend of if you get a chance, move out of the Vaal. And I actually saw somebody that I didn't expect it of posted this last week, and I was like, where's this coming from now? I thought you were an ambassador for the Vaal. And I really feel that people should start look, this is where I'm planted, and I'm going to bloom where I've been planted. And that's how I feel about the Vaal. Is that this is where I've been planted. To think I must uproot everything, my whole family, everything, everyone's happy here. Why should we move on? Well, there's so much untapped potential.
I think the other thing that sometimes people don't realize is if we all live for this one area, I mean, how do we then have a decentralized economy? Because already our economy is sort of like concentrated in one area, and you need to fight to move away from that so that we have a better participation, because not everyone can go into the CBD. Otherwise, we flood the place, and there's not enough sewage pipes for sewer there, and the place is overly populated and
yes.
So I think we need to also think about it from that perspective, to say ideally we want a decentralized economy so that the whole area of South Africa is active in as far as economic participation is concerned.
Definitely.
Let's talk a bit about the Midvaal Chamber of Commerce. For someone who doesn't know the Midvaal Chamber of Commerce, what would you say this chamber is? What is it, and what does it do?
So look, the Midvaal Chamber of Commerce, what we've started is when we started off the Chamber of Commerce, we had an issue with, we have a functioning municipality. So how do we become relevant as a Chamber of Commerce? We're part of the SBI, which is a Small Business Institute, and all the other Chambers of Commerce are on there with us. And if you go to the monthly meetings, the other chambers are complaining about, we got this streetlight project and this pothole fixing project and this clearing of the spark project, because that's all they do, is they try to fix where the municipality lacks. So we obviously don't have that issue in Midvaal. So we had to actually look at how are we going to add value to our members, to say it's worth to join, because we're not going to fix street lights, we're not going to fix potholes, because that's what the municipality does. So we decided to focus on the networking side of things, focus on actual introduction of local businesses to one another. And with that first meeting, we immediately saw that there were people doing business in isolation, just going to Joburg to do their business. So their offices were here, but all their client base, all the suppliers, everything were Joburg based. And then when they started talking to people around the room, they realized, but yeah, this guy's office is 3 blocks from mine, and he can offer me the same services the guys in Joburg does. And I think that is what happens a lot of time, is we focus so on moving to Johannesburg or Pretoria to find a supplier, whereas we fail to look for local suppliers. So that's the first thing that we try to do, is to connect local businesses to one another and to create a platform where you can actively socialize and mingle and just get your brand out there with other local business, like-minded local business people, because in that way we grow our local economy. We spend local, we grow the local economy. Then another issue is, look, Midvaal municipality is doing brilliant, but they are not perfect. There will always be some snags that we need to work through. And we've established a brilliant working relationship with the municipality as well. And they've got a very open door policy for us. So if there's members that has issues with the municipality, we set up a meeting and we go with a member to the municipality and see how this can be resolved. I've got a meeting tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock to do exactly this, where we have a member that is struggling to get to compliance, where he feels the municipality is completely unfair. And the municipality said, well, let's sit down and see how we can solve the problem. So that is what we're looking to do. On the 18th of February, we've got a meeting with the municipality as well as all the developers and estate agents and town planners to see how we can expedite the process of finalizing applications for subdivisions and rezonings and stuff like that. So we are looking to maybe get together a working committee that can be like an oversight committee. If there's any issues, that can bring it to the oversight committee so that it can be tended to, and just put a faster turnaround time on it. You would have heard the mayor with last week's souffle malt groundbreaking ceremony. He mentioned that Midvaal has received 1,000 applications for developments in the Midvaal region. So you can imagine the amount of work that is, the amount of things that need to work through. And for that reason, we need to make sure that we capitalize on that. While we've got this interest and we've got this this growth within the municipality, we need to keep that momentum going. And the only way to get the momentum, to keep the momentum, is to actually make sure that we push these things faster.
What would you say is generating so much interest on the Midvaal? Why are people so much interested in the Midvaal?
Look, it's a natural progression in my opinion, but also the fact that Midvaal has maintained clean audits. So it's a functioning municipality. They've got reserves in water. That's why Heineken came to Midvaal, is because Midvaal could actually guarantee them water. And the guy from Heineken said to us on Thursday, they've not had any water outages there since they opened the plant there. So Midvaal's kept its promise. And this is the reason why people are feeling, well, let's go to a place where there's surplus water, surplus electricity. We're not going to have issues with supply. And And then also we see Johannesburg growing south, and the natural progression of that is coming to Midvaal. The R59 corridor is becoming a very prominent corridor for businesses as well, and that's where we see a lot of interest in that area as well. We actually have businesses that's situated in the south of Johannesburg that said they are looking to move their operations to Midvaal simply because of service delivery. It's not too far for them to move a bit down, but at least they know there's water, there's electricity, the roads are in better shape. So that's the motivation behind that. Them.
Okay. No, nice one. And as the chairperson of the chamber, it's been in existence for 2-3 years now.
Just short of 2 years now.
Short of 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
So July it will be 2 years.
Where do you see the chamber in the next few years?
Look, at the moment we focused on building infrastructure. Okay. We started from scratch. We registered a complete new non-profit company, so that we can start on a clean slate. Okay. So we've finalized our website, which was the first portion of it, so that we can add our members onto the website with links to their respective websites. Now we've just included the PayPal. We incorporated PayPal on that so that people can do their subscriptions online without a human factor in there, just to expedite the whole process. So look, everyone that is involved with the Chamber of Commerce does that voluntarily. So nobody's getting remunerated for anything. So we do that in our free time. And for some of us, free time is a very, very scarce commodity. So the more streamlined we can get it, the better. So we are busy with that. We are busy with the drafting of an MOU with the municipality as well. Okay. So that we have certain contact people that we can work with for certain identified issues. We've already had 2 meetings with the municipality on that. They have been very open and approachable on that specifically, to say yes, we need to have this working relationship with the Chamber of Commerce. We're also busy organizing an information day with the municipality so that we can get local businesses in to come and verify the vendor status, and if there's any compliance issues that may arise, that we can attend to that as well. Then on the skills development side of it, we're busy with the skills development center in Savannah City. Okay. So that we can get involved there as well. When the mayor opened the facility, he specifically mentioned that I will be doing what I've been doing in Sebokeng for the people in Savannah City as well, which we said, listen, we are willing to come and sit here and also assist with free wills and just educate people on the necessity of reading through documents before signing them, and the necessity of especially old people that get duped by family members to sign over assets. So that is what we're focusing on, just to bring a bit of more awareness in that area, and then also we're trying to link them up. There's a lot of people that I'm in contact with that would love to get involved with the Skills Development Center that's got funded skills development projects. So that is what we're trying to just get a working relationship with them, so that we can get that done as well.
Okay. Of these projects that you've been involved in, both the community projects through your business, Loots Attorneys, and in your personal capacity, which one are you most proud of?
Sure. That's a difficult
Which one
question.
excites you the most? Which one do you think, I'm so glad I got involved in this project?
Look, to be very honest, I think the one that makes me the most proud is my youngest boy. So me and my wife always said that we would, if the opportunity arises, we would love to give someone a child an opportunity that doesn't have one. Okay. And we were blessed enough to cross paths with a little young Zulu boy that needed a house. Okay. And we managed to adopt him in record time. It was amazing to see how quickly doors opened, and how quickly that was just done. We were stopped by people in the mall asking us, has the adoption been finalized? And when we say yes, they were like, how the hell did you get that done so quickly? So I think that is one of the most personal projects that we've ever done. And that is actually one of my proudest moments. And to see, I mean, the age difference between Lungi and our youngest Oliver is like 4 months. And they grew up as twins because Lungi came into our house just before his first birthday.
How old is he now? Is it a boy, girl?
It's a boy, and he's turning 10 this year.
Whoa!
So yeah, when we started the adoption proceedings, I said to the social worker, I want him in my house before his first birthday. And she laughed me off, and she said,
it's not going to happen.
You don't understand the process. And I said to her, no, you don't know me. And we got the court order the day before his first birthday. So he spent his first birthday in my house, which was what we wanted.
Wow.
So yeah, and to see the bond that my 3 boys have with one another, that I think that is the single thing that makes me the proudest.
Yeah. No, that is very heartwarming.
Yeah.
Very heartwarming. And congratulations to you.
No, thanks.
And thank you for doing such a great job. Jac, I think this was a good one. I don't want to take too much of your time.
No,
I know
thanks.
you are a busy man. You're probably running to the next thing. But I hope you will come and sit with us again if we invite you.
Anytime.
If there's something to talk about. But we really enjoyed this one, and thank you.
No, thank you so much, Vianney. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah.
It's been brilliant to see how you guys have progressed with this podcast as well. So I was waiting for my invite. So thank you. It came through.
Yeah, I'm actually glad I did not invite you last year because I don't think we were ready then.
Yeah.
I think now we are ready, and
yeah, all in good time.
Sit down.
All in good time. No,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
All right. Until we meet again. Thanks.
For sure. Thank you.
Cheers.